Is Ethereum obsolete, or is it quietly positioning itself to crush Bitcoin in this market cycle? With all the noise about Bitcoin's dominance, is ETH getting left behind, or is it preparing for the comeback of the decade? Here's a fact that might surprise you. Ethereum has already outperformed Bitcoin for 3 months straight, flipping the narrative and forcing everyone to rethink what's possible for the world's second-largest crypto. So what's really happening under the surface? And is ETH, the sleeper giant, set to lead the next big run? To understand where Ethereum stands today, we need to rewind the clock and revisit its wild journey since 2016. Ethereum's story is nothing short of a thrill ride, full of parabolic surges and gut-wrenching crashes. Early believers who held on to their coins through the chaos were rewarded handsomely. Ethereum delivered gains exceeding 20,000% for those in from the beginning. Imagine catching that wave. A few $100s could have turned into hundreds of thousands, all on the back of a vision for decentralized computation. But with those legendary returns came legendary volatility. Ethereum's price history reads like a roller coaster: sharp climbs, sudden drops, and stretches of sideways drift. In the 2017 bull run, ETH soared past $1,400, only to collapse below $100 in the brutal crypto winter of 2018. It clawed its way back, hitting a new all-time high above $4,800 in late 2021 before tumbling again alongside the broader market. Each cycle brought new lessons, new technologies, and new waves of speculation. Yet, it's crucial to remember, past performance is not a crystal ball for the future. Those plus 20,000% gains, they're historical artifacts, not promises of what's ahead. Every cycle is shaped by new players, new regulations, and changing market dynamics. So, while the data is impressive, it's a reminder to approach every prediction with a healthy dose of skepticism. Fast forward to the present, and Ethereum has just emerged from one of its most pivotal chapters, the merge. In September 2022, Ethereum transitioned from proof of work to proof of stake, a massive high-stakes upgrade that aimed to solve the network's energy and scalability challenges. This event marked a hinge point for ETH's price action. The months following the merge were marked by uncertainty, and the ETH-ETH's BTC ratio, a key gauge of Ethereum's strength against Bitcoin, began a steady decline. From its highs in September 2022, the ratio slid, reflecting a loss of momentum and confidence. But then, after months of underperformance, something shifted. Chart watchers noticed a wedge formation in the ETH-BTC ratio, signaling a potential reversal. And sure enough, Ethereum broke out, rebounding sharply, nearly doubling off its lows relative to Bitcoin. This hinge and rebound signals more than just price action. It's a reflection of shifting sentiment, new demand, and renewed optimism that the merge's benefits are starting to materialize. Behind the scenes, Ethereum's ecosystem has only grown more formidable. Let's talk numbers. Over 300 million unique addresses now exist on the network, a jaw-dropping figure that highlights Ethereum's global reach and ever-expanding user base. This isn't just a speculative playground, it's a digital nation, thriving with activity and innovation. The developer community is another testament to Ethereum's health. With more than 2,500 full-time developers actively building on Ethereum, the network outpaces competitors like Solana, which boasts around 1,000. Developers are the lifeblood of any blockchain. Without them, there are no apps, no upgrades, no progress. Ethereum's lead here is both an asset and a moat, attracting talent, capital, and new ideas. Then there's DeFi, decentralized finance, which remains Ethereum's crown jewel. Today, Ethereum hosts 55% of all value locked in DeFi, totaling a staggering $65 billion. No other blockchain comes close. From lending protocols to decentralized exchanges, Ethereum is the backbone of a new financial system, one built on open code and trustless transactions. App volume is another area where Ethereum shines. With $90 billion in annual transaction volume, Ethereum leads the decentralized application space, handling more value, more activity, and more innovation than any rival. And as congestion and fees became a challenge, Ethereum's Layer 2 solutions stepped in to keep things moving. Networks like Arbitrum and Optimism now process $41 billion in volume, scaling Ethereum's capacity and making it cheaper and faster for users everywhere. But perhaps the most transformative development in recent years is the wave of institutional momentum building behind Ethereum. The names are as big as they come. BlackRock, JP Morgan, Deutsche Bank, and Robinhood have all made moves into the Ethereum ecosystem. These aren't just speculative bets. They're strategic investments in Ethereum's infrastructure, signaling confidence from the world's financial giants. The rise of Ethereum exchange-traded funds, ETFs, is pouring fuel on this fire. With regulatory approval of spot ETH ETFs, the doors have opened for massive capital inflows from both retail and institutional investors. This legitimization is a game-changer, bringing Ethereum into the portfolios of pension funds, asset managers, and everyday savers. While the lack of staking rewards in these ETFs may deter some yield-hungry investors, the sheer scale of potential inflows could reshape Ethereum's demand dynamics for years to come. So where does ETH go from here? Let's break down the price scenarios. First, the bull case. If macro conditions turn favorable, think lower Fed rates, risk-on sentiment, and a surge in crypto adoption, Ethereum could target $15,000, a nearly 3x run from its previous all-time high. This scenario hinges on a confluence of institutional inflows, sustained innovation, and a broad market rally. It's ambitious, but not out of reach if everything aligns. Next, the base case. A more measured but still robust scenario would see Ethereum doubling its all-time high to land around $10,000. This is a highly plausible outcome if current momentum continues, especially with the ETF tailwind and ongoing growth in DeFi, NFTs, and Layer 2 solutions. Finally, the bear or bear case. If headwinds persist, be it from regulations, macroeconomic shocks, or a major DeFi exploit, ETH could find itself in a reset range between $5,000 and $10,000. While this might sound disappointing to those dreaming of six-figure prices, it would still represent significant upside from current levels and a healthy reset before the next phase of growth. Of course, no discussion of Ethereum's future is complete without acknowledging the risks and catalysts that will shape its path. On the macro front, the Federal Reserve's interest rate policy looms large. Higher rates could sap risk appetite, slow economic growth, and deter speculative investments in crypto. Trade tariffs, geopolitical tensions, and evolving regulations add further layers of uncertainty. Within crypto, Ethereum faces its own set of challenges. Scams and hacks remain a persistent threat, with DeFi protocols occasionally falling victim to exploits that shake confidence and drain funds. Layer 2 solutions, while promising, must still prove their long-term scalability and security as they take on more of the network's transaction load. Yet, the opportunities are equally compelling. The approval of ETH ETFs could unleash a new wave of capital, especially as investors look for exposure beyond Bitcoin. Layer 2 solutions are scaling fast, bringing more users and use cases onto Ethereum while keeping costs low. And as institutions integrate Ethereum into their infrastructure, the network's legitimacy and reach will only grow. So, what's the final take? Ethereum is far from dead. In fact, the ecosystem is thriving on virtually every front. The developer community is vibrant, the user base is expanding, and the financial infrastructure is maturing at a rapid pace. If the bullish tailwinds persist, realistic gains of 100% to 280% from today's prices are well within reach. It's not just about chasing the next big pump. It's about recognizing the structural growth and adoption that continues to drive Ethereum forward. Now it's over to you. What's your price target for ETH in this cycle? Are you betting on the bull case, the base case, or do you see a different path altogether? Drop a comment below and let's get the debate started. And if you found this breakdown helpful,
Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives and timely crypto insights.
Thank you for joining us on this journey through Ethereum's past, present, and future. Stay tuned for upcoming guides where we'll break down the hottest trends in DeFi, the latest on Layer 2 innovations, and practical strategies for navigating the ever-changing world of crypto. If you have a question, want to see a specific topic covered, or just want to share your ETH price prediction, smash that super thanks or leave a comment. We read every single one. The next chapter of Ethereum's story is being written right now, and you're a part of it.